Hello and welcome to the JTrain podcast. It's a Chit Chat Wednesday, and today my guest is my friend and former co-host of the Bachelor podcast, Kay Brown. Kay York City, as you know her, she has a Substack that you can go and listen to her podcast where she recaps The Bachelor, and it was just so good to catch up with Kay. It's such a pleasure, so easy. Just two friends chit-chatting about life, and then we get into Bachelor in Paradise and the revamp of the season and what we like, what we dislike. If you don't know the show, don't watch the show. I think you'd be able to keep up. I'm actually positive of that. Only towards the end do we get into real specific nitty-gritty type subjects, but this is a fun episode. Kay and I are just, it's like we never stop podcasting. It was fantastic. Also, I'm on the road. If you're watching, listening, I got Denver, San Francisco, Providence, Winnipeg, Kansas City, Richmond, D.C., Milwaukee, Minnesota, Chicago, Durham, Charlotte, Fort Lauderdale. I have so many dates that reading them all right now would be crazy. Go to jaredfreid.com, get your tickets, assemble the group chat. I've got a great show. It's about going to Europe alone and dealing with my parents and telling them about that and being single and all those things. So it's a fun show. I'm really enjoying performing it, and I want you to come, and I want you to bring your parents and your friends, your mama, your papa, your sister, your brother, anyone that wants a good laugh, which should be everybody. So enjoy today's episode with Kay York City, and I'll see you on the road. Hello and welcome to the JTrain podcast. This is JTrain, Jared Freid, coming to you live from Brea, California. That's right. Every Wednesday, I sit with a friend, a comedian, a expert. Today, I've got 3 out of 3 because they are a comedian. They are a performer in all the ways you would describe a performer. So and they are a friend and they are an expert in reality and having a great weekend. Kay York City, Kay Brown, thank you for coming on the JTrain podcast.
Oh my God. It's been years since I've been on the JTrain podcast. We're back.
We are back. Well, because we had another podcast and we would catch up, and The Bachelor, RIP for now. That on a hiatus of sorts. I wanted to I'm sure you've gotten the messages I've gotten. We are missed.
We are. It's actually so sweet hearing and reading all of the comments on that post that I made saying like, hey, we're taking a break, explaining and everything. And just seeing all the comments of people being like, we weren't even watching the show anymore. We were just listening to the podcast, which I have trouble figuring that out because it's like I don't have any context. If I wouldn't have any context around the people, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, that's a sign of a good show, and that's why it was so hard to let go of, because you go, the people are connecting with us. They love the chatter. I'm a podcast listener to I'll listen to a lot of sports podcasts where I have nothing to do with the team they're talking about, but I like the chatter. I like to know. I like to
the banter, the back and forth. I get it.
And I do want to know if the Milwaukee Bucks are making a huge mistake with their season. I do like when people care about things, and you and I care about the Bachelor universe and what's going on there. And that, I guess that has to do with it. But it makes me wonder. I'm like, was this show bigger than I thought it was? Because I've gotten so much people responding, and I'm like, I don't know how to handle and I think that's there's a fact or something I heard once, and I've carried it with me forever. You read one tweet and it's like
one tweet forever. And then it's like that's Bible. That's
the Bible. That is the rules. That's my religion. My religion is, I read once that 10,000 followers affects you the same way as 1 million.
Yes.
So if someone has 10,000 followers, there's only so much dopamine you can get hit with as a human. Mm-hmm. So it's the same. So you go, why is this person acting like they're a celebrity? And
I remember hitting 10,000 followers and I was like, now you can swipe up on my story, babe. Like,
Right. Shit's over for
it was
all you
huge.
assholes. That's right. I'm the best, you know, and
Yeah.
so I think that's kind of I'm there's a piece of me that's like, okay, maybe I'm like feeling it because it's, that's just the amount of people who really liked it and it was a core
Yeah.
audience. But whatever. I mean, how are you? Let's catch up real quick because we do want to talk about, we're going to do some high level, because I'm taping this ahead of time where there's going to be a few weeks away. We're taping this, what is it? Episode 4, Bachelor in Paradise, to give people who
Yeah.
actually watch the show a little bit of like time and space and where we are on the planet. But how are you? You said you went out last night. What did you do?
Went
Where
out
did you
last
go?
night.
I mean, you go to premieres. You're living a life. Someone's watching you and is very interested in how Kay York City. And listen, if you want more from Kay, you got to go sign up for her Substack, kyorkcity.substack.com. It is in the description of this episode. You'll get all the Bachelor in Paradise recaps and what's going on in Kay's life. So and you'll get to see her wonderful studio that she has, because I'm looking at it right now if you're watching on YouTube. That is SpongeBob SquarePants' house.
I thought that the other day. I was like, it is giving very much SpongeBob, but like, here we are.
You do look like you're against a screen that is like a created by AI. Like, it doesn't look real.
I know.
It's so good. You did that?
I did this. I designed everything in my apartment. And I saw a tweet actually it was a TikTok, and they were talking about different design styles. And this one guy was like, can we stop letting adult preschool be a design style? And I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I have an adult preschool.
You are an adult,
Apartment.
but this is Miss Rachel.
I am full Miss Rachel. I don't, and
You've gone
or like
full-
JoJo Siwa. That's what it's giving.
Pee-wee's Playhouse. This is what's going on.
My friend Parai literally calls it K York City's Funhouse. And
I
he
love it.
changed like my location on maps to say K York City's Funhouse.
Well, this was a segment we did on The Bachelor. It was Kay's weekend because there was a couple, we kept recording and like I'd be like watching your stories and I'd be like, what was going on? Like I was always curious. So where have you been? What have you been doing? Did you like Fantastic Four? These are the
Oh
important
my gosh.
questions.
The Fantastic Four. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Marvel fan.
We're a couple of Marvel heads here on this show.
No, it's just, but I just feel like they're such fun movies to watch. You don't have to think, well, I like to think really hard about it
I
because
think
I love
about it.
the
I get
universe
deep.
and
Yeah.
and really get into it. But they can just be like fun one-off movies to watch. But Fantastic Four, first of all, getting that invite, I got it like a week in advance, and I was like, yeah, I'll be there. I'll cancel everything. Doesn't matter. Quit my job. Let's go. And it was such a great movie. I do think it's one of the best Marvel movies I've seen.
Whoa.
It's a very,
Heard it here first on the
very-
JTrain
yeah.
podcast. That's great because I'm a huge Marvel fan as well, and so better than like Ragnarok.
That's my all-time favorite, but
That one.
it is up there with that. I just think compared to like Thunderbolts was great, but
I wasn't as big a fan as the people generally.
Yeah.
Like people kind of gushed about Thunderbolts. I thought the last third of it was like a little too out there for me as a battle scene. Like I kind of needed a little bit more. Like how'd they get out of their dream? Like they're stuck in a dream.
I have
and
some questions.
There's a lot of questions. Not to spoiler alert, I guess, but like the ending.
If you haven't seen it at this point.
right, yeah. So
You're not seeing it.
so you go to the red carpet, you do the premiere,
Yeah.
and I mean, what's it like to be at a premiere?
Yeah. So the getting invited to those premieres are very interesting because you have like the super fans that get invited who are all like in their costumes or something, or maybe maybe there's a way you can apply. Not sure, but we always end up going with threads.
Contest winners.
Yeah, and we go with threads, and they give us like we get to go to the carpet, do like our Getty image walk down like the red carpet or whatever. But we have to be like the
Are
first
they yelling,
one.
K York, look over
They
here,
are.
K York, look over here?
They are, and it's very bizarre. Because they
Really?
hold up because somebody comes and holds up like your name on the thing, so everybody, all the photographers take a picture of your name so they know how to sort it on the different websites, and so people can search it for those kind of purposes. So they're yelling your name because they want to get the best shot, because if you are somebody, they get paid for those shots when they're used.
That's so funny because I wouldn't have the confidence to take that seriously. Like if they're going, Jared Freid, Jared, look over here. I don't
They
think I could
do.
like just turn and like look
It's
serious.
I know, but it feels so it I think you kind of just have to cosplay through it
Yeah.
and just be like, yeah, that's me. I mean, I know none of these people know who I am,
I know
but
this. I think this is easier for women because women do this thing. Women go from hamper to movie star every day.
yes.
Like you guys change modes. I have one mode. Like the mode I'm in now is very close to the mode I would be red carpet. I think when women get changed and get ready for an event, there's a before and after. There's a whole mindset you're getting into. So I think for
Yeah.
you going down the red carpet, you're like, this is how I saw it when I was putting on the makeup.
I mean, you can ask most women and they will say that the getting ready and like the pictures and stuff before is almost always better than the actual event. Like
Right.
for me, it's the getting ready ritual that really like hypes you up. There's nothing more fun than like having your music playing and you're like sitting on the floor in front of your mirror putting on your makeup. Like that is the ultimate. That's better
It's
than
all
going out.
potential. It's
Yeah.
all hopes and dreams, and let's see what
That's right.
happens.
Yeah.
So you go to the premiere. Who did you see? Who are the celebs?
Oh,
Anybody?
saw some great of course I can't remember this one guy's name in right now. He plays um Rumlow in Captain America. He's the guy that's like, you know
Yes.
what I'm talking
He's
about.
now he made the switch to the
He was
DCU.
in Superman.
He's in
Correct.
Superman. Yes, I know him.
So I had just seen Superman
Rick
literally
Flag.
like
I think
the
his
night
name in the
before.
movie's Rick Flag.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. I can't remember, but I just saw Superman the night before, and I was talking about. I was like, that guy's so hot. And then I'm at the premiere with my friend Lex Nico, and we had separated for a little bit because I wanted to go watch the rest of the carpet, and she was like somewhere else in the space. She goes, "Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm at the end of the carpet waiting for Pedro Pascal. Like, I'll see you later." And
Yeah.
she sends me a video of the guy, Rumlow,
Rumlow.
being like, "Kay, where are you?" And I dropped everything and I started sprinting. And I was like, "Oh my god, I have to find this man." I ended up running into him within 5 seconds, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" He goes, "Are you the girl that your friend just sent a video to?" And I go, "Yeah." It was
I'm
clearly
here.
on my
You can
face.
marry me now.
It must have been because he didn't have any picture of me to reference, but I
Yeah.
think it was all over my face that I was like, "Oh my God, it's
Right.
you."
Your excitement. I mean, like it
He gave me
is.
a hug.
That's
He was like, "Oh
nice.
my God, it's so great to meet you." I was dreamy.
So then you go see the movie. You love the movie. Is it weird to watch a movie in a dress?
Yes, and it's also cold. I always have to
Ah,
bring some sort of like
right.
jacket and I'm carrying around a jacket and like my evening gown,
Yeah.
but it's because it's freezing in the theaters. But one person actually did also see my friend who I've known for years now. We always go to like Coachella and stuff in the same group. She's engaged to Simu Liu.
What?
Yeah, so we
He's
like
a
hung
huge
out with him.
celebrity.
Yeah. Huge
How did
Marvel
they
guy.
meet?
They'd met through friends. I'm like, why?
Where were you? What's going on, Kay?
I fun fact, I actually matched with him on Raya forever ago. No messages were ever
Don't bring that up
exchanged.
at
I
the
tried.
rehearsal
No, no,
dinner.
no. So but it
So he
was
was out there. He was just
yeah.
in this thing.
Just watching, just there to like watch the movie, and like there's always like the celebrities and stuff there. The big ones like Pedro and Vanessa, the people who were in the movie weren't really accessible, but it's
They
very
go to like their own
interesting.
red carpet. They have a different carpet.
They have the no, they were on the same carpet.
Oh,
Theirs is just
wow.
longer because we only do the photo section and then it goes into
Uh-huh.
all like the videos and the interviews.
Right.
So, but I just like watching the carpet. The movie's great. You always get like fun souvenirs. And not every premiere has like all the bells and whistles. Like this had a full cocktail party beforehand, happy hour with food and all this stuff and
So this
drinks.
was an event. This was
They
Hollywood.
had an after party too.
What did you go?
Yeah, it was
What's the
so
food?
after you leave the theater, there's usually like what did they have there? Just like small bites and stuff
Yeah.
at the after party, but there were all these souvenirs. You could get hats, there were Pop Tarts that were themed Fantastic Four. Then they had an entire drone show with like DJ. This was
Wow.
a big one. This was a really big one. It was crazy.
This is when, the Hollywood, like, you go out there and like I'd been in LA this whole week and I'm running around and, you know, this is what intoxicates you. This is when you
Yeah.
go, oh, and then you get a little wistful because I'm sure there's like a element, like it's always like, oh, well, it used to be, you should have seen back in the day,
Hmm.
which is always the most annoying conversation. You're like, well, okay, I'm here
Well,
now.
it's
Like,
not.
yeah, it's not anymore. So,
Yeah.
what did you do last night? You said you went out. You had a ahead of time.
Yeah, we went out. It was our friend's birthday. Her name's Dana. She was on Vanderpump Rules.
I did her
Ariana was out with
podcast.
us last. Oh, yeah, you know
Dana,
Dana. It was her birthday
disrespectfully.
last night.
Oh, I've
Yes,
been watching
Dana
all.
and
I just
Katie.
started following her, and now I'm watching all the stories and seeing. Oh, it was a night last night. So you
It
guys
was a
went out.
night. We went out to Silver Lake, which for me and my friend Alex and Bailey, we're all West Side girls. So it takes us like 45 minutes to get over. I mean, like minimum to get over there. But we never go over to the East Side ever. But that's
This
where
is
everybody
LA
lives.
Talk 101. This is
I
East
know.
Side, West Side. They tell you can't date. If you're on the East Side, you can't date a West Sider, and back and forth. They say
It's
it's
just the
really like
commute's
another country.
tough. The
Well, listen,
commute is tough.
I commuted to Brea yesterday, and it was 2 hours, and they were like, "Well, if you left at a different time, it would have been an hour." And I'm like, it is the traffic thing. You hear about it from the outside, and you're like, enough. Okay, how bad could it
Yeah,
be? When you're here, it's as fundamental in your life as the weather would be in New York. Because in New York, you
exactly.
have to know you're traveling, okay, by foot. So New York, you got to know jacket, umbrella,
Hmm.
sneakers, shoes. Here, it's like, what's happening with the cars on the road? Like, you have to know that.
And like leaving work. So if I have an event at a certain time, like I have to make sure I give myself at least an hour plus. Like I have to like figure out when I can leave because sometimes leaving later, like closer to the time and cutting it closer will be better because there'll be less traffic.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's the big thing. Leave later to get there earlier is like
Hmm.
wild. So, listen, we want to talk a little bit of high level Bachelor in Paradise because they revamped the whole show. There's people, and again, going back to people listening to us talk about a show that they don't watch. Well, they're in their car for hours and, you know, driving and fighting traffic, and they
Yeah.
want us to update. So let's update people on Bachelor in Paradise. They make all these changes: new hotel, new games, new hosts, the whole new cast. Do you like the new version of Bachelor in Paradise, high level from 30,000 feet? What do you think, K York City?
I really like it.
I'm with you.
I like it.
I
And I
love it.
think it took like half of the first episode for my eyes to adjust, being like, what am I watching? But I
Right.
think we needed to up the production quality and give it this facelift. It got the Lindsay Lohan. That was the
Yeah.
first title of my podcast. I was like, Bachelor fully got the Lindsay Lohan on this because
And go
it
to
just looks so good.
kyorkcity.substack.com to go get Kay's podcast recapping the show. Yeah, I'm with you. I think it is interesting to me how how much we hate change. Like
I know.
just we as a people, like
Hmm.
because people were like, I hate the new hotel, the new look, and it's like there's nothing to hate. Like there's literally
Yeah.
nothing to hate. It is better on the eyes. It has a sleeker production value. I the only thing I don't like, I can disagree with what they've done. Like
Hmm.
as far as the look is concerned, the hotel, like honestly, the old hotel was getting distracting. It was getting kind of
It
like,
was.
yeah, it was like, it's like we don't need that anymore. We
Every
didn't,
time I
it
saw
wasn't a fun
them,
character on the show, like to say how
no.
miserable they were. Like, that's not fun for, that's not like a, and then you end up leaning on it too much. That,
Mm-mm.
oh, we're the crabs. And you go, I get that. I saw that joke. We've done
I
it.
can't stop thinking about how like dirty that's all I thought about. Every
Yeah.
time I was watching Paradise, I'm like, ew, those cushions have been there for so long and they're just like it's just gross.
Right, and it was starting to distract. The only thing I don't like production wise that they've done, but like I can understand some, it's just not for me. Are
Yeah.
like the sketches.
You didn't like the I know what you did last summer bit.
The I don't know what you did. Well, that one I understand more because it's like a sponsored post. Like I'm always willing to give a person on Instagram, a person on TikTok. If it's sponsored, hashtag sponsored, okay. You had to do
Right.
something that was like in, as someone who's done a sponsored post myself, and you
Of
have too,
course.
like
Yeah.
you have to speak, you have to kind of like, it's the mix of art and capitalism that never is gonna, like, that's very hard to pull off. The
Yeah.
one where it's like, they like slow the camera down and they like have this
Like
like
the Dale
fun,
scene, like the Dale and Kat date, how they were on the ship
yes.
and he was like putting on the lotion and
Right.
yeah.
And it's like a wink, wink. And like, I don't really need that as much as I need to know if I like these people and want them to be funny. Like, I have to
Right.
like get to know them more to know if this bit is even fun to do. So, like, but then it
Yeah.
can't come later in the season because you could be like, wait a minute, they changed up the whole way they tell a story. So maybe there's a point where the sketches I go, I know them and it's fun. It hasn't been fun yet. There hasn't been one that I'm like laughing. Like you'd have to really make people
Yeah.
laugh to make those sketches. Do they work for you?
I don't I like some of them, but the one that I really did not like that I think and I honestly think I was more pissed off just because it was 3 hours on Monday and then 2 hours the next day and I
It
was
was too
like, we
much.
need to do less. It
Right.
was the scene where the bat gets into the Golden's room. That didn't even look real. And the acting
What?
was like silly.
So it didn't get in there? That was fake?
I mean, I don't know, but it looked CG. Like it's something looked so.
Honestly, what makes me annoyed is I yell at The Bachelor and I yell at the show. When I put my face on the bat and it's fun. Like put your face, let's
Yeah,
put
do
googly
something.
eyes on the bat and make it like really fun. Don't go halfway with your like put the lotion on Dale and Jeremy
Lean all the
doing
way in.
something where he's looking off into the distance and he sees fake Hannah Brown, what's her name? Susie
Oh,
Evans. Yeah.
Jess. Ugh, I'm sick of
Like
them.
it's so I like the production. I'm with you, but that's the only feedback. If I'm like to like whatever, like if I'm to say like what I like, if I'm to give like pointed notes, but like again, overall, it's fun. Like the show.
It's so
And
fun.
we are sponsored, people. Want to look good? You need Viore. It's athletic wear that's designed to take you through your workout and onto the rest of your day. They have tees, shorts in various lengths, and their Sunday performance joggers are to die for. With four-way performance stretch, they're comfortable and stylish enough to wear all day long. I am a huge fan of Viore. They sent me a couple of things. I have the shorts. The shorts look good. They feel good. I think, and then if you go to their website, you can see this is like the transitional clothing. You want it to go get coffee, to go on your errands. You want to look good when you do those things. You don't want to look like a slob. And Viore, I mean, they're going to use the word in this ad. It's versatile. You can use it for a lot of things, and it's high end, really nice stuff. And we're going to give you some free money. So this is great, and I love it. I love it. Get ready to look and feel amazing. Vuori is an investment in your happiness. JTrain listeners, Vuori is offering 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile, there's that word, clothing on the planet at vuori.com/JTrain. That's VUORI.com/JTrain. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Go to vuori.com/JTrain. Discover the versatility, there's that word again, of Vuori clothing. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. I tried watching Love Island, and you have that.
Did you watch it this season? Like, did you keep up?
I got like 5 episodes in, which like in the
Love Island world,
scheme,
all you watched was the opening credits,
right? Like and like to me, that's the problem though. Is like
right.
Who could keep up? Like you have like to keep up with that. Like it's literally like putting on a playlist and forgetting it's on. Like you kind of have to. It's
one episode a night. See, I actually would prefer that because if you think about it, it's almost the same amount of time as The Bachelor each week. Except The Bachelor, you have to sit in the 3-hour episodes. That's
mine. Too much.
We can't do that anymore.
And
twice a week.
It feels like they're messing with us. Okay, so what do you think of the golden element? What do you think of the Goldens being on the show? How do you feel about the kind of the dual show that's going on?
I don't mind the dual show and having the Goldens there. I think the Goldens should be there. I think they add an element of just like fun and surprise and reality just a little bit. But I don't think that they should be there to be dating. It doesn't, in my head, that is not the situation that these golden people should be dating because they're not actually there to find somebody. They know each other at this point. They would have done this. I think they should just be there to have fun. And I think that's great. It's like, give these people a vacation. Let them do the thing. Don't force them to go out on dates and whatnot. Just let them party. And that's how they should be spending this time.
I've been trying to like be, you look in the mirror. What is it, me or is it the show? And I'm with you. I'm like, to me, you don't need the sketches because you have the Goldens. The Goldens are like the Kimmy Gibbler. Like they're the, the comedy relief. Like, let's see what's happening on this like third arc of the show that is like inconsequential because that's what I think. I'm like, these dates, are they gonna hit it? Are they gonna go back and fuck? Like they're in their 60s.
No,
like,
this is not the same.
But I'm wondering if that's my ageism working in. Like I'm like, am I? And because I feel the same way as you. Like I don't feel that like a golden scene is serious. But then I'm like I don't like all the stuff with like Kim, who's Captain Kim, trying to like work the ladies, like. He takes it so seriously that I'm like, dude, I don't know if it's that serious. I don't think people are like, and then I would be curious to find out the mindset of like Leslie going on this show. Like, is she going on to like make friends and make connections and have a great week? Or is she going on being like, I could hook up with Keith? Like, I don't know. And I'm like,
I think that's how, like, out of everyone, I think Leslie is the most like balanced, like, oh yeah, she would probably want to go there and meet somebody. Like I don't know like if it needs to be like a forever, but I could see her wanting to go there and actually meet someone, but like a Kathy or Jack, like they're not.
I guess at that age,
anybody.
At that age, it feels like the person you'd be matched with. You're not like tasting all the flavors. Like, like at that age, you're kind of like, I'm either with, it's like when you have an older couple that they're like not married, but they're together and they're like, yeah, this is my, they call each other husband and wife. They just kind of like, we're together. I don't know. And maybe that's our age shit that we're playing out on a podcast.
Like, I don't know.
Right. We're projecting. Like, I don't know because it does feel like I do love the Goldens. I think that they add an energy to the show. I think it is apparent that they operate differently on the show than the other people do. Like that's maybe, and that's probably part of it is like the Goldens are here. Like who cares? Like we're having fun.
That's the best part.
the youngins, so to speak, the regular bachelorette people, they're kind of like it feels like more of like a business trip for them. They're like it's like super serious, and this is like life and death, which actually makes them less fun and hurts
I
the
know.
show. So it's like I would love to take the enthusiasm and the I don't give a shit of the Goldens and inject it into the seriousness of the younger ones to make that show better, because it is there. This show needs, like, the one thing this season that's been great is I think Jonathan playing it the way he's played it, where we don't hate him, but we want him kind of like dancing around a little bit. We want him
Yeah,
like,
we like watching him like kind of not get what he wants. Like
right,
I like watching him not get what he wants because he has become this like social media guy, and like he was also Jen's like golden guy too, because
right.
they ended up like having like a brief thing or whatever. But I like watching him struggle a little bit. There's
I like
something
watching him
about it.
He's also good looking enough and like personable enough to like be believable as a guy who could end up with like four different women that are on
Yeah.
this show. So
Yeah.
like seeing him struggle and seeing him like go back and forth and like kind of rattle around the season like has been the fun part. Like
Yeah.
that's been like the entertainment. Like Spencer and Jess, who is a couple that like they got together right away. It seems as though they DM before the show. It seems as like this was like like an arranged marriage. They are already a couple. Like, get them off of the island. Like, we don't need
I
them
have been
anymore.
saying that from the beginning, and that's one of the things I said on my Substack is with you and I, we would always be like, okay, you guys are done. Get
Right,
off the island. Like that, we did it.
right.
Like now I'm sitting here watching them from the beginning. They don't even want to try. I guess she at least went on one date with Sam M, but they don't want to even remotely meet anybody else. They're completely closed
Right,
off
we
to
don't.
everything.
This does nothing for us as viewers unless you're here for love, and who's here for that? Like,
Well,
or you up the stake on their love. You like make because the one thing they've done. You were about to say something. I'm sorry.
Well, I think you're getting ready to go into it, but now they have this new bit that they're bringing in for the next half of the season, and you can win $500,000 for the best
So
couple.
this is what I wanted to ask you: the games. So there are games now, and I do feel like we are the reason they have games. I mean,
I agree.
we have been saying this show needed games. This show needed a survivor element. How do you feel about the games so far?
I think the games are silly because I am also my eyes have been on Love Island for the past like
Mm.
6 weeks. So I'm watching those games, and we're not doing the Love Island games. Like this is very much
But
Disney, but I do
the
think it's fun. It's adding an element to um the Bachelor that we haven't gotten before.
well, we've already gotten payoff from it because we have Kat and Dale fighting about the kiss.
Yeah.
And the kissing game, they had a game where they like basically did like Tinder. They're like, hey, we're going to let you swipe on all the people. All the men basically swiped right on every single woman. And all the women were like,
Just one or
choosy.
two.
Yeah, just a couple people. And we have this kissing game where if you matched with someone, you were like led to a booth and you got to kiss. And it's added drama. It's
I
actually
know.
worked. And it's like, this is what we wanted. And I think the lying game, the secrets game, it might
Oh
have
yeah.
been that might have been the best game I've ever seen on reality TV in the history of
It was
reality TV.
so good. And also
To,
the secrets were crazy.
well, to explain the game, they basically were like, hey, write down your biggest, deepest, darkest secret, and whoever has the best secret, voted on, but you put it in a bucket, we all pull them out, we read every secret. We will vote whose secret is the one we want to know the most. We want to know who's behind the secret the most. If your secret gets chosen, you have the ability to say, it's my secret, and you get like a free rose.
Yeah.
And you get like a date and a free rose. And I thought that was
But
such
that's
a
only
great
if you
idea.
that's only if
Right, you have to
it.
admit to it. So if they, so what ended up happening is Kathy, they go, one of the secrets was that they slept with someone while their partner was in the other room. So they were like, who was it? And then they voted that was the best secret. The slept with someone while their partner was in the other room. We find out it's Kathy. She gets a free rose. She gets a date. She gets to go in this, this VIP suite. I was like, this is a wonderful, so good. Whoever came up with that game, give them a raise. I mean, that was great.
Also, Kathy's secret. Did you know the bit behind the secret?
No.
So her secret is actually even better because she wrote it down and it sounds insanely dramatic. Like, oh my God, you slept with somebody while your partner was at the room. He was in an urn in another room. And so she...
That is so Kathy.
It is so Kathy, but that is a perfect secret because it sounds so dramatic.
Right.
But it's not true.
This is so Kathy. This woman is working every angle. It's why she gets it's why I like her on the show and I eye roll her the most because I know everything is to get ahead and she's someone I wouldn't want to be in business with. I'd be like, yeah, Kathy, what's the grift here? You tell me what am I missing here? Yeah.
I know.
Okay. So what do you think of the hosts?
Well,
we have Wells and Jesse Palmer and Hannah Brown. Jesse Palmer's our host. Wells is the bartender, and Hannah is.
I don't know.
Friend?
I need to know what Hannah's paycheck looked like because
it's got to be good.
She hasn't been on anything, and she hasn't even had I thought she was going to end up hosting that water aerobics thing, but she just announced hey, everybody get in the pool. We're doing water aerobics. That was it. Why is she there for so long? It
genuinely feels like the show was how do we get her to post about us on her stories?
Yeah.
To remind people the show's on. They basically paid her to be a fan because Hannah Brown, listen, this could change. This episode will come out later. To this date, she's done nothing.
She's getting married today.
Today?
Yeah.
Are you going?
No, it's in France.
Oh, is it really? This was the Hannah Brown thing. You go, there's a version of me that goes, how long can this influencer thing last? And you watch her on this show and you're like, forever. They're gonna if you have 1 million followers, you are going to make money off of this forever. There'll always be someone that will think you will add to whatever they're doing. She's getting married in France. I'm sure the wedding's going to be unbelievable. But it is crazy that I was watching Grocery Joe did a post. It made me so angry. And again, I use him as my example all the time.
Yeah.
And I like Grocery Joe Amible. I think he's a good guy, and I've never interacted with him and been mad to interact with him.
I know, he's such a good guy.
Like him. I'm watching his post, and it's him with luggage, and it has 2,000 likes, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Who did that? Who purchased that? What influencer manager was hey, we should get Joe to talk about this?
No, this was just a post. It was just
his own?
Him. He's one day I'll be carrying babies. And then it's a 30-second post. I'm like, I'm paying someone to edit my clips from stand-up, getting nothing. And it's he's oh, garbage Joe. And then it gets and there's people in the comments laughy face emoji. I'm like,
they think he's the funniest person you've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm I'm living in hell. This is all right. Let's play a game before we go. We love a game. It's called Is This Paradise?
Okay.
You're gonna decide whether this is is this giving paradise or this ain't paradise?
All right, let's do it.
The cash prize.
This is paradise.
Yeah.
The cash prize is paradise. That's $500,000 is not a small chunk of change.
Here's the only thing I have about the cash prize. I really wish they had been upfront about what this show is. It felt like they were creating on the fly and they got halfway and they go, all right, we'll give them $500,000. I just wish I knew the game before the game. It always feels like they're tossing in rules to this game that they came up with like behind the hotel on the day they announced it. Like,
I wish they told us. I wish they hadn't told. I'm glad that they did not tell the cast because
yeah, that's a different story. Yeah.
yeah, because I think now I'm mad because I'm like, it's going to be Spencer and Jess. Like they're going to
Right.
be the ones who win because they've been together since they stepped foot onto the beach.
Yeah, and do we really want them to win to
No.
like buy their place in Alpharetta and have tailgates every Saturday that we're gonna have to watch? Fuck them. Like I already know what their life is. I'm not interested.
I've been bored.
Bored.
I've been bored.
Okay. The dates.
Not really. The dates aren't very good at all.
The dates aren't great. I think I've never been whisked away with this couple. Never felt that I was like watching two people get to know each other. The dates have left me. I think they need to start doing 3-on-1s.
Yeah, like smaller group date, that kind of a thing. And that'll also bring drama a bit more.
You do 3-on-1s with the person that they're going, hey, who are the two people you're deciding to give your rose to? And they're like with Dale and Kat and Jonathan, they should have been on a 3-on-1 and you have a gamified element of, hey, whoever does the best at this, dance contest can go and have their one-on-one time. Like, they gotta get creative with these dates. They've done a lot, but the dates have left me.
The dates aren't very good. No, the dates feel very like half-assed.
Okay, we're gonna get into some people. Okay, and this is getting specific. So if you don't watch the show, is this Paradise Dale?
This is Paradise. I do think that this past episode was not his best bit, but I do think that he still is like a catch and has a lot of, I hate saying this, he has a lot of potential. I do think I hate that I said that, but I'm with that you. He's still good.
Dale, the funny thing about Dale, if you look at his history, he gets with Claire Crawley very quickly on his own season. So, and then they leave. They get whisked away and they get married. We didn't really get to know him. He gets a huge following, and you could tell he had some gravitas when he came onto the show. Like, you could see all the younger Bachelor Nation people were like, whoa, this guy's like a professional. And I thought that was funny that they were like, he goes to all the events. And I'm like, yeah, Dale stands in the corner and like nods his head at a DraftKings events, and they're like, wow, he's an entrepreneur. Like, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I'm not unclear what he's doing, but
right. The regard they had for him was as if like, Elon Musk showed up with his like it was like crazy. But he's not in Paradise for me. I think it's interesting that he, there was a lot of drama with him and Claire, and we always assumed it was Claire. And then we see him arguing with Kat, and he's like talking about the upbringing thing, and you're like, he keeps referencing like we have different upbringings, which is really the most insulting thing you can say to someone.
Right. And he wasn't specific about it either. Like until later he was like, oh, well, like we like to keep things private in my family and but keep things behind like closed doors. If we're going to fight, let's take it and like make it a personal thing and not in front of everybody. And like, why would she stress me out right before the rose ceremony, knowing this, like,
it's a truly dirty fighting technique on a show, because you're basically saying, you're being vague. You're like, hint, hint, she was brought up trash and I am brought up, as part of royalty. I thought that he's not Paradise for me. Okay, Brian.
Brian is not Paradise for me. Brian, he is entertaining, but he is not. I don't know.
You not liking Brian is why I like Brian. This guy is acting so classic 1990s reality TV that it's actually heartwarming to me. He doesn't seem to know. He winks at the cameras as if it's his buddy from his fraternity. Like, no, Brian, that's 100,000 women who hate you you're winking at.
Yeah, literally that are ready to rip your face off the screen. Like every time he's on my screen, I'm like, oh, what's he gonna say? It's gonna be so everything he
Yeah,
does
he's
is
disgusting, and I
is
love it.
disgusting.
He's absolutely disgusting. Natasha
Oh, Natasha is paradise. I think
is
she also is
paradise.
great. I just love her like outlook on all of this kind of stuff. She said in the last episode, I want to live the rest of my life like a loose fitted jacket. Like,
Oh,
you know what
she's
I
the
mean? And I
best.
was like, that's so good. Like, she was like, I want to have fun, but I want to feel good doing it. Like, it doesn't need to be anything super serious. Love
Natasha's
her.
paradise, but she's also kind of the issue with the Goldens is like she's taking it seriously. She's like there to hook up,
Yeah.
and her against the backdrop of like I think like a couple of the men who are just like hanging. You know what I
Hanging.
mean? You're
Yeah.
like
Like, Jack is hanging.
right, and like her going after Gary, you could feel Gary was like, I'm here to like be the teddy bear, like and
Finally,
she was
Gary
like
has
trying to
has
figure
people
it out.
like all over him, loving it.
Yeah. Gary's killing it. Okay, so yeah, and Natasha with the fact that Natasha went on the show and asked for a chair during the during the rose ceremony, which is something that we've all not realized we've thought about. That's why it was
Oh
such a
yeah,
funny thing. We're like, yeah, they should have a chair. They are standing for a long time. And then she
all
comes
night.
on with chair earrings. It's become her thing. That is something that warmed my heart. That felt like my heart put on a just like a comfy, cozy pajama.
Yes. It's
It
her
was,
her signature bit now.
I love
She
it
has them in
so
every
much.
color. She wears them every time with every single outfit.
It's so great. Okay. Last is this paradise. The term deaded.
I had to look it up because
Really?
I
It was my opinion when I heard. So, for the people that don't know the show specifically or what we're talking about, Dale is this guy, the guy Dale kisses Allie Joe and then goes
outside of a
back
challenge.
outside of a challenge and then goes back to Kat. And then Kat is asking about this kiss that she's just finding out about. And Dale's response is to say that subject is deaded. We've deaded it. It's deaded. And he repeats this term over and over again as if it's in the lexicon,
Like
like
that's
in
as if
our
that's the only word to describe us ending it.
right. And so you went and looked at I was like, I watched that and I go, this is a word Kay must know. You didn't
I
know
mean,
it.
I knew it. Like I've heard it
Right.
before, but it's not something that like I don't hear people using it.
He used it so much that I was like, are you trying to like sell merch? Like,
I
what's
know
going on?
it was weird because he used it so much as if this is a normal term that everybody uses all the time. I have not heard this like used out loud except maybe like once in my life and now 20 times on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
But it it just means that, like they squashed it. And I guess I would have known that out of like I can figure out what
The
it.
way he used it, I got it, but I was
Yeah.
like, it's just like he was using it as if it was his word of the day on his calendar that does word of the
Yeah,
days.
like this
Yeah.
is what I have.
Yeah.
I have to cross this off.
To me, deaded, he used it so much. It could have been paradise, but because of him using it so much, like you're never gonna make fetch happen. Like that's kind
He
of like what
That's how it felt. That's
right.
exactly how it felt. And then Bachelor actually posted a reel where they counted how many times it was used in the show. 20 times they said it.
20's crazy.
It's crazy.
20 is crazy for a word that you're like taking a chance on.
That was I mean it was nuts.
Yeah, and it did seem like, Dale, who I've met kind of outside of all these things. I've met
Hmm.
him at events. He's very nice. He's come to shows actually.
Yeah.
Um, but I was like, dude, like it sounded like he used it so much it sounded like no one has ever been honest with him.
I know. It's true. And I actually just hung out with him a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
He was in LA, Johnny Bananas. We all like went out and it was my first time like really hanging out with him. I've hung out with him like
Mhm.
one other time, but super nice guy.
He's
Paid for
very
our
nice.
dinner, like the whole thing. A bunch of us. It was very nice. He was like, "Oh my!" I was like, "How much? Let me know much I owe." He's like, "Oh my God, you're my guest. Like, don't
Oh,
worry
wow.
about it." I was like, "Okay, great,
That's great.
great."
Well, listen, Kay, this was a blast.
Wow,
I want
like we never
it's
left.
like it's like look at us. Look at us.
Look at
So I
us.
want everyone to go follow Kay at Kay York City. Her Substack, where she is recapping The Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise, kyorkcity.substack.com. It is in the description of this episode. Great to see you. This was wonderful. Back next
Nice
week.
seeing you.
Boom.